I had to learn how to say it when I got married too. When I dated my husband.
All right, we're here. Hey guys, happy Monday. We're live. It's Ted Bogert with the Ted Show, first show of August, which is pretty cool. Can't believe it's August 2020. I'm very happy to have Nancy Brumbaugh on the show from Second Harvest Food Bank. We love Second Harvest Food Bank, and they have. We love to have them come on and talk about any programs, any products, any services that they have to offer. And especially since they made we all had to make a pivot during COVID-19. So welcome to the show, Nancy. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Ted, and thank you for having me today. I'm very excited to talk to all the folks about our culinary training program and our food retail line that helps support it. So.
Fantastic. All right. So give us a little background on you, just so we get to know who Nancy is. And then tell us a little bit about, how you got to Second Harvest.
All right. So I come from a mixed background of experience. I worked with grocery stores, restaurants, and for the school system, and had the opportunity when Second Harvest moved into their new facility to come oversee a culinary training program, a full-service catering department, a meal production kitchen, and our latest is a food product line. So I was thrilled when given the opportunity to do this, and we've been busy ever since. So
you all have always been busy, I know. Yes. Tell people a little bit about Second Harvest Food Bank. We've had several guests on and off over the years. From that amazing organization. So tell us a little bit, though, for those people who might not know.
So about 6 years ago, Second Harvest moved into our new facility on Mercy Drive. And when we moved in to the new facility, we wanted to do some workforce training as a way to shorten the lines at our pantry. So we started with a culinary training program when we moved into this facility, and it trains unemployed or underemployed individuals to be culinarians. And what I call the secret sauce is we teach life skill training. So not only are we going to teach you how to be a great cook, but we're going to teach you through our life skill training how to be a great employee, how to manage your money, and how to be successful all around. So how do you support a program like this? It costs about $5,500 to put our students through this 16-week program. So we opened a full-service catering department and doing fine.
Did you really? That's so cool.
So fine dining from scratch out of a food bank's a little tricky as a caterer, but we've grown leaps and bounds year after year. Everything we do in our facility is from scratch. We teach our students from scratch cooking, so we carry it through all our programs. So we opened in year 2 our full-service catering department. Then we opened a meal production kitchen. So we bid on different contracts. We are privileged to serve Orange County Head Start and 4 Cs of Central Florida, but we also produce supper programs for high-risk children too. So that is quite the production.
Yes, it is.
Kitchen. So currently during COVID, we're producing a little over 14,000 meals a day, which equates to a little over 71,000 meals a week. And these are all individually ready to eat food that we prepare right here at Second Harvest Food Bank. So that was our second kind of social enterprise that we opened in year 3. And then October of 2018, and I remember when I came and they said, we want you to sell soup. And I thought, well, soup in Florida, how is that going to work? But we have great chefs. We have 7 chefs on staff here. And we decided if we were going to launch a food product line that we have a chef, Andre, who's a part-time beekeeper, and he came up with honey for good. So then we got into the honey business. Chef Izzy, our lead instructor, does shortbread cookies with our students every Christmas. And so we opened Cookies for Good with that. So we have a multi-product line. It's honey for good, soup for good. I can show you some of our packaging. That's our honey. And this is our soup for good. And the soup for good is tomato basil. And that was developed by our catering chef, who's now our general manager, Chef Jill Holland, or I should say award-winning Chef Jill Holland.
There it is, award-winning. I love it.
So all of our chefs contributed to one product in our multi-product line. And we launched on October 2018. And lo and behold, in January, we were lucky enough to get placed in Lucky Supermarkets, followed by Gordon Food Service stores in February. So we did really well in Lucky's for the first year, and then we got the news that I'm sure devastated everyone in Central Florida that Lucky's was no longer going to be with us.
I know.
But the thing that the pandemic has taught all of us, I'm sure, is you always look for things you haven't done before. And so we got we didn't stop selling our product line in the pandemic, but we got great new partners, such as Long and Scott Farms, Lake Meadow Farms, and Ocoee. We are in 3 Ace Hardware stores in Seminole County. We are in Chamberlain's. We just kind of exploded into these smaller niches in the market that are our products doing great in, so we couldn't be happier. And when we developed our product line, we wanted to develop something that everyone would use every day and competitively price it. So you could support your community by just purchasing something as simple as super honey. So it's great honey. It's local honey. And we have orange blossom, wildflower, and palmetto. And I'm team palmetto. I love the palmetto honey.
What's the difference in the flavor?
So palmetto honey is a more savory honey. It doesn't have a lot of floral overtones. Our orange blossom honey tastes just like an orange blossom smells. And then the wildflower has a floral overtone of the local wildflowers in Orlando. And the health benefits of honey are wonderful, especially if you have a tendency towards allergies. They help with that. I just think it's a very healthy way to eat. We're learning more about honey as we look into the benefits it has for canines as well. So we continue to learn every day.
It's amazing what y'all are doing. I want to ask about the culinary program too, just a little bit to back up. Who can become part of that? How does someone get involved? Do they come through Second Harvest Food Bank, and then there's a process?
Yeah, so they can apply online. Again, it's for unemployed or underemployed. Are we crazy continuing a culinary training program during the pandemic? No, we figured out in the first week how to do virtual training from home. So our students actually during the shutdown did their curriculum from home. And we had, I think, 2 days to figure this out. But the students didn't want to leave the program. So now they're finishing up their last week. The last 3 weeks, they've been doing lab time here at the food bank. Our next culinary program is starting towards mid-August. And all you need to do is stop by the food bank and grab an application or go online at feedhopenow.org, hit culinary training, and it'll walk you right to an application. We do an intake interview to make sure you're a good fit. So in addition to learning culinary skills, we are going to add a few more layers of stackable credentials like Microsoft and Excel experience. We're doing some more customer service training so that if you can't get a job immediately in the hospitality industry, you have credentials that'll help you work in a call center in a retail market. So we're trying to make sure that we move forward with our program. We've had 350 students since we started. We have 100% job placement rate, and we hired all of our last class into my production kitchen so that they didn't graduate right into a pandemic. So we always want us to support them. It really does transform lives in our community. And I think I wish I could share with everyone our students on day one. They've usually been unsuccessful in 1 or 2 careers in their life. The age of our students is slightly older, starts in the mid-20s. up into the 60s. And they're lacking a bit of confidence, but they go through 3 tiers. And as they graduate from tier 1 to tier 2, they get that chef coat. They graduate tier 2 to tier 3, they get the white beanie cap. So it's amazing to see them not only gain knowledge and life skills, but they gain confidence. Most of our students go right into the hospitality industry. A small percent go on to higher education. And these are students that would not have had the confidence to go and apply at Valencia or a secondary school.
So how does someone that wants to help, maybe wants to become a volunteer for one of the many programs or work directly with Second Harvest Food Bank, what's the best way for them to get involved?
So we always need wonderful volunteers. You can go on to feedhopenow.org, hit the volunteer tab. We have different shifts available. If you're a chef out there and you have a restaurant and want to do demos or do one of our wonderful guest chef nights, you can go on feedhopenow.org and look me up. My number's on there. I'll be happy to talk to you about that. If you want to just help your community, you can go on feedhopenow.org and do a virtual food drive, which is very easy to do, especially during the pandemic. It's not as cumbersome as collecting food and bringing it in. You can do it all virtually.
I love the virtual aspect of that. So how does that work? Because I think there will be people that have probably kept stuff, wanted to donate, but they weren't sure the best way to do it. How do you do it virtually?
So virtual is, you can do it through your Facebook feed, where you just do a virtual food drive. So if you give me $1, I can get $9 worth of food at the food bank with our Power By purchase. We have that ability to get more food at a lower cost with the volume that we do. So the virtual food drive is a fundraiser where people, instead of going to Publix and purchasing food, they can donate $5 to your virtual food drive. Yeah.
Have you seen a giant increase, Nancy, COVID? How did that impact you all as far as the participants, the people who needed your services? Was there a giant increase or did it stay the same?
So our increase at the food bank is tremendous. We have almost tripled our output as far as pounds coming in and out of our building. Of course, the supply chain at the beginning was a little clogged. It still is a little hard to source certain items, but, we are blessed with a great team. They're all experts in their field, and they manage to get food in and get it out. And I think as the pandemic continues, that we are going to see this need for a few years to come, unfortunately. But we are ready, willing, and able to meet that need and to help support our community.
So you obviously have a heart for supporting the community, and you know how powerful what you all do, I hope you do,
yes,
is, and the impact it makes. What do you do to keep centered? What have you been doing? Have you done anything differently since COVID hit to really help you in your whole pivoting of things?
So I have a wonderful team here at Second Harvest, and they're tough as nails. They all, like I said, my team, they're all experts in their field. And, there's no crying in food banking or production. But if you talk about a hungry family or a hungry child, you won't see a dry eye in the room when we talk about feeding the community. So we have the right people in the right places. And I think we're purpose or mission driven to take care of folks. And it's scary enough times, just what we're going through as a community. We sure don't need folks that don't have the proper food to keep them healthy and whole during this pandemic.
I agree. All right. Second Harvest Food Bank, a spoonful of sugar. I knew I was going to say that. A spoonful of hope. Nancy Brumbaugh. My wife's name is Poorbaugh. You think I know this? Brumbaugh.
Yeah, that's right.
There it is. Okay. I was going to get it live and make sure I did it. Thank you for all you all do. Huge shout out to Michelle Michelle Plant for putting us together. I appreciate that. Please, you guys, reach out. feedhopenow.org, a spoonfulofhope.org. Believe me, I tagged them. You can find them. You can reach out to them or reach out to me. Get involved. Amazing. And if you have a culinary interest, you should definitely check that out.
All right. So, take care.
Thank you. You guys. Appreciate you all. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye-bye, everyone.